What's up, dudes? I'm going to encapsulate this fight. This is Manny Pacman Pacquiao versus the Prince Naseem Hamed. Manny Pacquiao, 54 big wins. I should say 55. 38 big KOs. 4 losses. I should say 3 losses. Bradley didn't beat him. And the Prince Naseem Hamed, he won 36. 31 big KOs. Lost only 1 freaking fight. And they size up well. Naseem in his prime was a featherweight. The Prince, 5'4", Pac, 5'6". They would have met at a catch weight in their primes, and it would have been a very, very epic fight. This would have been an amazing fight, really. Both of these guys have calves like tree trunks for their giant calves. That's where all the power comes from. That's why a guy like Bradley doesn't have big power. He doesn't have those calves to generate that type of power at that low weight level. So, Manny Pacquiao and the Prince both fought Barrera. You know, Barrera beat the Prince. He outboxed him. He outclassed him. And I got to tell you guys, I predicted that fight back when. I believe I did it on my radio show. And this was in 2001. I stopped a friend of mine. Well, actually, he wasn't a friend. I knew him where my mother worked at the time. Everyone knew I had my own little boxing show on a radio FM out in New York. And he was like, who does your son think's going to win the fight? Betting heavy on Nas. I told the dude, look, I went and picked up my mother from work one day. I said, don't bet on Nas. Marco Antonio Barrera is going to probably win the fight. He's going to outbox him. He's going to outclass him. And look, I'm a Nas fan. But you go through Nas' record, guys. You go through the record. Kevin Kelly was the wake-up call. 1997, an ex-champ, a former champion, a faded Kevin Kelly was in there. I think he was in his early 30s. Nas was fresh. Kevin Kelly was lighting Nas up. It ended with a 4-round KO by Nas, but Nas got dropped several times in that fight. Before that, he fought Wilfredo Vasquez and the United Kingdom. I was watching that, I believe, on Showtime. I saw how he keeps his jaw straight up. See, Nas was unorthodox. He was creative with his punching. He was a great athlete. But he always got caught clean. And you look at his record, Paul Engel, Wayne McCullen, the Pocket Rocket, they fought. And he really never had those big marquee names like Pacquiao has on his record. Pacquiao has everybody. Oscar De La Hoya, Marco Antonio Barrera. Granted, it was an older Marco, but still a sort of fresh Marco. In 2007, Pacquiao went on to win that fight. Unanimous decision, opened up more eyes. He beat Eric Morales. You know, you never seen Nas fight these guys, even back when. So as soon as Nas stepped up, guys, as athletic and as unorthodox as he is, as well as Manny Pacquiao, he's going to lose. If I had to make predictions, Nas is going to lose those big fights against those classic, amazing champions. Eric Morales is still active. And here you have Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez. We never seen Nas face any of these guys because he would have lost. And what happened was Nas got mentally, boxing is huge. They say it's what, 75% mental, 90% mental, and it is. Nas lost that fight. He went on to fight a guy, Manuel Calvo, and he won a unanimous decision in his last fight. But right before that, he lost to Barrera, and the way he was beat was humiliating to Nas. You could see he wasn't the same fighter in his last fight. He just didn't have that same swag. And I got to tell you guys, I see Pacquiao taking Nas out, knocking him out, because these guys would have been going for big punches. And Nas, he would have gave Pacquiao a little bit of trouble early with his big punches. I think he would have landed on Pac. But Pacman would have survived, and I think Pacman would have won the fight. I think he would have won. I think it would have been a KO, but it could have been a decision. But either way, I see Pac winning that fight. Pacman versus Nas, and not hating on Nas. He was so awesome. I'm still a fan. I wish the guy was still fighting. But I got to be real and honest, and I can't be biased. I got Pacman winning that fight. I look up at the great career that Manny Pacquiao has, the marquee names on his record. And you got big names there: Miguel Cotto, Joshua Glady, Antonio Margarito, Shane Mosley, yes, an old Mosley, of course, Marquez 3 times. You know, it's Nas. It's a shame because I would have loved to have seen him at the time because Marquez was active, but he's probably a little heavier at the time. I'm not sure. But I would love to see them fight. And you got Steve Robinson. This is Nas's record. Manuel Mundina. You got some okay names on there. Bill Hardy. A lot of guys out in England. And like I said, once he came to the East Coast, to the U.S., he started out in Madison Square Garden. It was all downhill from there because he lost Barrera. He lost to him, and he just didn't want to continue his career. And that's that, guys. Keep on watching. I'll have more other video predictions coming up over some cool video commentary and stuff like this, and some awesome predictions coming up for the near future. All right, everybody. Peace.